Exactly. It doesn't sound like a cool, objective analysis of the theory of replacement. It sounds instead like, well, a political screed, but maybe even more than that, it sounds like an article of religious faith. You're not allowed to believe this. Only bad people believe it. It's apostasy. It could lead to death believing that. And that seemed a little emotional for us. So we decided instead to consult the science because obviously we believe the science. And the science, as always, begins with numbers, things that are quantifiable, that are measurable. And one of the ways we know the truth about who lives here is through the census taken every 10 years. It's in the Constitution. And that provides us not precise numbers, but a pretty accurate general picture most of the time, and certainly over time, of who lives here. So let's start, because it's an easy and obvious place to start, the beginning of the post-war era, peak America, 1950, the first
1950, before the Civil Rights Movement, before women had the right to vote, before people of color were seen as human beings, they're 3/5 of a human and are still being enslaved and killed off because of their skin color, hung by trees. And a lot of people reference this time frame as before the Civil Rights era because they wanted to prove once again that the people of the most peaceful or the most beautiful era was always the one with less black people and black people in extreme segregation, where they were killing them on sight or blaming them for rapes or crimes or pedophilia because they were able to slaughter them on sight very easily, which is part of why white replacement theory pushes a lot of blood libel, but adjusted away from the Jewish people toward the black and Latino, which is why this identity is not only extremist, racist, but also terroristic, but is also embodied by some of the most disgusting, despicable human beings who will now say they're pushing mercy and Christian mercy because they want to focus on purifying the homeland rather than fighting at wars overseas. They want to kill people here and purify everything here toward more white ethno-nationalism and use anyone who sides with them through ignorance as their slaves or their pets in that slave plantation market, where they can purchase the opinions of some very ignorant black and brown people who will take their side because at least they got more views or money or resource by kissing the right white ass.